Hi guys, my name is Svatayar. I'm a chakra specialist and energy healer. And today what we're doing is the first thing for 2017, which is vision board. A lot of people ask me what vision boarding is and why this is helpful in having a really good 2017. So I will tell you right now that vision boards are a collection of your wants and desires. So sort of setting a future goal, but you do it on a picture representation. So you can buy a canvas board or you can do it on a piece of paper. So it's either way is fine. This is my first class of 2017, and I'm super excited because one of the questions I've been asking almost all my clients and my audience is, what kind of conversation would you like to have at the end of 2017? So December 31st, 2017, what is the question you would like to, what kind of questions, what kind of conversation do you want to have with everybody else? Does it look similar to 2016, December 31st? Or do you think it's going to be completely different? And this is where vision boarding is super duper helpful. One thing that I found out was that in my work, a lot of people, when they would even vision board, they were still not getting the results that they wanted. So there was a disconnect. And as you can see, I actually very much believe in energy work because I've been practicing it for 14 years now, and it's been absolutely transformational. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we get into what is vision boarding. And anybody who's joining us new, I haven't completely started yet. I will get into a meditation. And from then onwards, what we're going to do is get into what vision boarding is and how does that help us with our energy. And at the end of this hour, you will have access to this recording, but I will end it a little bit earlier so you guys can ask me questions, okay? And we'll see if there's anybody who has any kind of guided message. I'll give you that too. So we'll just see how we're led through this. So what you're going to see me do now is close my eyes because we're going to do a meditation. If you are driving, please don't close your eyes. Just listen to the words, okay? And Aditi just said, you taught me that you can only get what you desire if your energy matches that outcome. She's absolutely right, and we'll talk more about it, including a really fun example of my own life that happened today. So I think we have some new people. It might be Jamad, I think. I'm not sure. But so everyone's muted. Just keep that in mind. We do have kind of a full class, so I'm going to dive right into it. All right. So if you're able to be stationary, go ahead and close your eyes. Now visualize the sun above your head. Take a deep breath in. As you take a deep breath, visualize the sun above your head, flooding your entire body with light. As you breathe out, your body feels comfortable. Take another deep breath and visualize the sun above your head, flooding your entire body with light. As you breathe out, your body feels comfortable. In this moment, give yourself permission to just be. Let any anxiety, any concern, any worry come up to the surface. Don't push it, don't fight it. And repeat these words after me. I am love. I forgive myself. I let go and let the universe nurture me and free me. I am love. Let these words settle into your vibration, into your body, into your mind. Now, take one last deep breath deep in your navel, into your stomach and your chest, and then breathe out and just let go. And give yourself a few seconds to stay this way. Okay, guys, so that was the meditation that I very much recommend. And a lot of the times, if you've done work with me, you'll notice that's a meditation I do. So it's a very quick way to get into your present, okay? Now, I'm going to show you where I'm going to do my little vision boarding with you, is this little shiny object. I love it. So, okay, guys, what is a vision board? A vision board is you writing into the GPS, what is your destination? Okay. So, what do you want your destination to be? Do you want your destination to be making $100,000? Do you want your destination to be a millionaire? Do you want your destination to be losing weight? Do you want your destination to buy a whole new wardrobe? What is your destination for the end of 2017? Okay. The vision board is a simple idea that you put down things that haven't happened yet, but you would like for them to happen in your life on a piece of paper where you can see it. Now, some people love this exercise, some people hate this exercise. But what happens is when you entertain the idea that your wants or your desires can come to reality, you start to get excited, right? So there is this idea that sometimes things are not in our control. Actually, nothing's in our control. Things happen to us. You know, if we don't have the kind of money we want to make, it's somebody else's fault. If it's the economy's fault, it's the government's fault, it's everything else, right? All these different reasons. So how do you get to a place where you can dream for more, where you can think that, oh my God, I can really, really start to make a shift? Now, why is January 1st such an important time for us? Why is January of any year such an important time for each one of us? Because we start to feel hopeful. We start to feel, oh my God, maybe this year is going to be very different than another year, right? So basically, when you think about it, that you have the opportunity here to have a very different kind of experience than you've come to think about. So vision board gives me the opportunity now to say, I want something different this year. But how do you go about it? So one of the things I did, I want to show you guys this. Let's see. It's full screen. Okay, I wanted to show you guys this picture that I put up today. So let's see if I can bring it up. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. Switch screen. Okay, here we go. Okay. So as you guys can see, it says here, what are your goals for 2017, right? And there's a road. So you guys see this? What are your goals for 2017? So think about where you are right now as being the starting point right here, okay? That's where your starting point is. So if you have a pen and paper, you can totally do that. You can totally write down what are your goals for 2017, and then you can make a road kind of thing, right? So as you can see that, and just want to make sure that I'm not missing anyone's questions. Okay, so when you do that, what happens is that you have now a picture, you have a literal image of this is my 2017. So let's see. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Okay, so 2017, I've written down, right? And then I make a road. So I'm not very artistic, okay? So I make a road. All right, so it's gonna look like a tree. Mine's gonna look like a tree. If you're better at it than me, go, that's amazing. So anyways, we are in the starting point right now because today is January 3rd, or yeah, it's January 3rd. So we are in the starting point of the year. So what I want you to do is at the end of the page, okay, you can put December 31st, 2017. So you can do that. And just for today, I want you guys to take 5 different things that you believe are something that you're dealing with, okay? So 5 things on top of your list for 2017, December 31st, that you believe you would like to have, all right? So we're gonna make this very doable. So I'm gonna pause right now with the vision board and what you need to do. So I'm going to repeat the things I want you to do. Take a pen and paper if you have one, and write down 2017 as the end, where the paper starts. As you can see, I have it there. And I have like a tree. So mine's not like very artistic. I just wanted you guys to get an idea. Some people get very, very decorative with it. They cut out pictures, they cut out clippings, they cut out, some people, when they want a certain body, they take out their favorite celebrity's body and they put their face on top of it. So really you can have a lot of fun with it. There are many different ways to do it. So if you want a particular car, take out the picture of the car, print it out and keep it on the vision board. So you can bring a canvas. The way I do it is I write down what I want to happen. A canvas is a little much for me. So everybody is kind of on the different end. Now, why 5 things? It's your vision board. You can put about 100 things. But we want to have to achieve the things that we are putting down. Because what happens with most people, right, is that they are constantly writing lists, but nothing ever gets done. Nothing ever gets accomplished. You might accomplish 1 thing or 5 things. And what happens is when your list of things keep adding up that you're not having manifested or materialized, you start to feel very dissatisfied. So think about this. Let's say the past 5 years, every year you made a resolution. And every year you keep looking at it, you're probably going to accomplish 2 things or maybe 5 things. And you wanted to accomplish about 80 things. So you start to feel very discontented and you don't feel inspired to do more. Because then I compare it to this way. When you keep beating up a child or even a pet or whatever, right? Or even if you were being, when you were a child, like say, for example, and you were sort of said, you're being disciplined, you were being told, no, you're not supposed to go out, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to, the kid doesn't want to do anything. So when you constantly keep beating up your inner child and saying, you know what, you are so bad. Like for me, example, I'll say, Sweta, you're so bad, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you don't deserve this because you messed up 20 years ago when you were 5 years old and you started like yelling at your neighborhood child. I mean, I'm something of that ridiculous, but I'm telling you because that's the inner voice that's saying, well, you don't deserve anything good. And that's where energy work comes in. Okay. So I want you guys to pay attention to this part. You're going to make a list of top 5 things that you want to have done or accomplished or manifested at the end of 2017. Just 5 things. Okay. So then we move on to going on this journey of figuring out how to get there. So there are some people who do a lot of vision boards, who will write down so many things that they know. They're very clear. They're very clear that they will be married by the time they're 27 and a half years old. 27 years, 6 months, 30 days, whatever. Some people are that sure, right? Now, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't work out. We're not totally worried about a situation if it works out. That's what we want to do. We are only concerned with when things don't work out. That's when we seek answers. That's when we seek help. That's when we need guidance. So I want you to know that if you're ever feeling bad about getting help, I'm going to tell you right now, that's one thing I always knew I needed, because you can't get through life without tools or help or guidance. Okay. So I'm the first one to say I seek help when I need it. And I'm very grateful because it has started making my life easier. So when things are not working out, so if you've done this vision board, why is this different? Is because in this vision board, we start to figure out where is your energy? Where are your thoughts? Where is your mindset? Where is your subconscious not matching your wants? Okay. Not matching your desires. I don't know how many of you have heard Abraham Hicks, or, it's in the New Age world, and people always say stuff, oh, it's in the New Age world, but it's very, very powerful, because one of the things that the problem is, a lot of our wants are not in the desired vibration. So if you're constantly thinking about having very little money, then you're constantly going to have very little money. And what I mean by that is you're constantly in a state of lack. So for a lot of people, when they put things down on their vision board, they don't believe that they're going to get it. They're just putting it because they feel like, okay, let me just put it, but I'm not sure. They have almost a sense of fear around it. So they go close to it and then they walk away from it. They go close to it, they walk away from it. So, oh, wow. Okay. So Aditi is definitely putting down some messages. So you guys can totally read it and feel free to share if anything is kind of resonating with you or what's going on. So a lot of the times your desire is not matching the vibration. I give you a very simple example, and this is example I use it for everybody. A lot of times you expect your mail. Let's say we're in the holidays, so a lot of us are expecting packages or some things you've ordered for yourself, whatever it is. Okay. Now here's the question, right? Do you have to be at your house or at your mailing address to receive your mail? Because it's going to be at your address. But if you're not at your home, instead, if you're in your 20 past years sitting and being upset about being a 5-year-old who did something, or in 10 years from now when nothing is going to be right in your life and your whole future is messed up, or even being upset with somebody else and giving them that energy, if you're never at your home but in everybody else's home, you will not ever receive the mail. So that is what I mean by having your desires match up to your vibration. How do we do that? This is the main part. Everybody gets confused. You do that by doing some kind of an energetic alignment. Now, I work specifically with chakras. I completely believe in them. There's a client of mine who was not having results in a particular sale of hers. She was trying to work on selling a few things and it wasn't working for her. And then we worked on her energy, which was also her mindset, because your energy will reveal your mindset. It reveals your subconscious. It reveals your fears. And we worked on that. I was given intuitive guidance from Kali to help her. And then about an hour later, I think I got a phone call saying she just made a sale. And we knew that it was the energy work, right? So that's how powerful it is. You can see results right away. The chakras that you want to work on, what you want to focus on, okay? And this is where this vision board exercise is very different from anybody else's vision board, especially because of the energy work, is you focus on your first chakra, your second chakra, your third chakra, and your fifth chakra, okay? So I'm going to repeat that. You're going to focus on your first chakra, you're going to focus on your second chakra, you're going to focus on your third chakra, and your fifth chakra. I'm going to ask everybody that has attended this class to make a comment on the Facebook in the Energy Rockstars group, so I can email you the chakra blueprint if you already haven't gotten it. It gives you a little more detail about what these areas are. Okay, so each chakra is tied to a certain issue. The first 3 chakras are basically tied to making things manifest. So your first 3 chakras have to be strong. Your fifth is your throat. That's where you speak from. So you have to be able to communicate what you want to get what you want. Okay? So those 3 chakras, those 4 chakras, as they're balanced, you will start to get more of what you want. Now, tied to this is a very, very famous biblical saying, and something that I really believe is very true. It's called ask and you shall receive. A lot of people want to receive, but they don't ask. And what do I mean by that? I'm not saying go and ask your dad for something or go and ask your partner for something. What I'm saying is ask the universe. One of the ways you can do that is putting down on the paper what you want. So what happens is the reason I think vision boards or having a list of what you want to achieve is going to be really powerful is that when you write down what you want, you are setting the destination. So let's say, for example, I say, okay, Sweta, I want to make a lot of money this year. Okay, I just say I want to make a lot of money. Now, say if my vibration is in a place of, oh, she could possibly make $20,000 worth of likes on Facebook. I don't know if you want to just say like something. Like there's some kind of abundance coming, but I haven't given it a figure. So it's like not really moving in that direction. It's just going anywhere, wherever it can go. So maybe I will make a lot of money, but I will be doing a lot of different projects to make the money. Does that make sense? So it would be like, I'm not really I'm not very efficient with my energy. And my whole thing is energy works is you put the least amount of energy and you get the most amount of results. So we're not in a negative space with it. So ask and you shall receive is very important. So say if you're looking to date, you're back on the dating market. Let's just put it that way. So you kind of say, man, I don't know if I'm going to find someone. Well, ask people that are close to you. Hey, do you think there would be somebody good that you can like hook me up with? Or, say if you're looking for a job or a project, start connecting with people. But you have to come from a place of truth. So for example, one of the things that I had to do, I had a bunch of calls set up in the past, I would say maybe 5 days, and it was very intense. So, each and every person that I was getting on the phone with, I would ask them a very simple question. I would be like, where do you want to be end of 2017? And then I would feel into the truth of their answer. And then with some people, I said, we're not a match. It's not going to work between us. And for some people, I'll be like, yes, this is great. I would love for you to be able to apply energy work and learn for yourself. I got into the asking space because I was asking them what they wanted, and they were in the space of receiving the support and guidance I can provide. So I love that phrase because the vision board is a very simple way of asking and putting it on there. Now, here's the fun part. When you start seeing the things manifest from your vision board, the beauty of that is you get so excited, you can start putting new things on there. Okay. So I'm going to pause that for a second, and I'm going to talk about the chakras again, because the chakras are connected to ask and you shall receive and the vision boards. Okay. So a lot of times we don't ask, and that's the truth. What I mean by that is we wish that our life looked different. Why is that person doing so well? Why can't I do it? Or whatever it is. But the thing you have to ask is, have you done everything that everybody else has been doing to get where they are? A lot of times we don't realize the things that people go through before they get where they are. So keep that realistic. Keep it realistic that this is about you and your life and the results you want to see. You don't have to be so concerned about how somebody else got to their destination. We are only focused about our destination instead of somebody else's. Because when you think about it, if on the road we were concerned, okay, this is a good example. When you're in traffic, right, and there is a car accident, don't you notice that the traffic just slows down? It might not even be anything serious. Even if a car is on the side, the traffic slows down. Well, why does it slow down? Because everybody is now more interested in those cars. The car that is slowed down, rather than just going straight, because there's a lot of distraction. So if you compare yourselves to others, just remember you might slow down getting to your destination. Comparison is a terrible disease that most of us have. So if you want a house for yourself, not because your neighbor has a bigger house, because maybe you're just supposed to have a mansion and your neighbor has a cottage and you want a bigger cottage. So you want things for yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like very, very important to keep that in mind. So if you want to make $1 million, don't make it because the celebrity makes about $100 million. Make $1 million because that is what you really feel would be so impactful in the world. Make this about yourself, okay? And it's very interesting. A lot of people in the online world, or people that are online, will say, I don't know if these kind of results are possible for everybody. And then somebody thinks results are possible for everybody. So sometimes, when you're doing vision boards and everything, people are like, oh, this is just all positive thinking. But my question is, what is so bad about positive thinking compared to negative thinking? Negative thinking, if that is the way you think reality should be, that is something you need to work on, because you don't need to be in a constant negative state of mind. And a lot of us don't realize that. It's okay to breathe and realize that things will work out. Okay. And that's something that you can work on through energy work. And I hear it every day. Like, I hear energy work helping people every single day. It's almost one of the most phenomenal things I have gotten to experience. And I'm very grateful for it. Okay, now moving on to the third thing with your vision board is that you will start to see that Mercury retrograde which you guys have been hearing me talk about almost like a national anthem right now, is that it ends on January 8th. Why is Mercury retrograde important? I'm going to give you a very brief synopsis of it because you have other videos of mine that you can watch. So Mercury retrograde is so important because it visits us 3 to 4 times a year. And a lot of mischief happens during this time. A lot. People from your past will contact you. Old relationships that have never been revisited are going to come up. Technology breaks down. Communication is very affected. Relationships might start to end or start to get together. You probably feel like you're losing your shit a little bit. So Mercury retrograde does that. It slows things down. We're actually more than midway part of it. We will be ending it on January 8th. So here's what I'll tell you. If there's anything that you need to work through, this is a damn good time to do it. If there's anything that you would like to just write out and clear out and let go, reflection is a great time. So a lot of people feel regret during this time. If all of you or any of you have been feeling regret about certain decisions in the past 2.5 weeks, you are right on target. You should be feeling a lot of reflection, not a lot of regret, but a lot of reflection, like hindsight is 2020. So what happens is you start to realize, okay, there's a pattern here. There's an energy pattern. I'm not going to lose my mind. So for example, I would say maybe a week after Mercury retrograde started, my very first ex-boyfriend, who I haven't spoken to in 4 years, sends me a message. And it would be a little bit, I would have been thrown off, so to be honest. But instead I said, okay, it's Mercury retrograde. It's affecting everyone. People are thinking of me. I don't need to get thrown off by it. Now, here's what happens. Mercury retrograde going into the new year, it always happens. You always experience Mercury retrograde going into the new year. Now, if you're trying to lose weight and you join the gym and the first week you don't see any shift, keep on going because it ends on the 8th. Okay? So keep that in mind. That's an important date. January 8th, it ends. So if you're trying to start a new project, I would say please delay it until then. If you are trying to break up, make sure you definitely delay it until the end. And I have an interesting story about breakups and makeups. I had a client about 2.5 years ago, and both partners came to me for sessions. And one of them wanted out. They were just like, we're out. I don't want this. And when they asked me what I felt the energies were, I said, do not break up. Okay. Now that sounds like a very generalized advice, but of course, when you do a session with me, I can give you individualized advice. But yes, as a general token of things, don't do anything that you don't need to be doing. So 2.5 years later, they're still together and they're very happy. So what happened? Mercury retrograde has trickster energy. It's very tricky. It makes you doubt things. People get into arguments. It's very natural. So why am I telling you that this is very natural? It's that if you are in any of these situations, breathe and breathe in and breathe out and breathe and practice patience. I can tell you right now, I generally used to get very impatient during this time. And this time around, it has been a breeze. It has been very, very well. I'm very welcoming of it from a place of, okay, I know I'm more affected. I can just calm down. So it's a really good time to practice patience. Okay. Now, we're in the 3rd. So we are talking about 5 more days. Yeah, perfect. We are in 5 more days of Mercury retrograde ending. One, vision boarding, which we are doing today, is a fantastic way to utilize these energies because you're not going to carry all your regrets from 2016 into 2017, guys, okay? Maybe take 3 along with you and work on those, but don't take every single thing you regretted into 2017. You don't want to carry that kind of burden. So vision boarding is really helpful. Making your goals and list of things to do is really helpful. For example, yesterday I sat down and worked with my copywriter on what my calendar of emails is going to be. What are my topics going to be? So at the end of this class, I'm going to tell you what the next class topic is going to be because now I have a calendar and I've started putting everything together. And it's really nice to see because there is a whole theme. So planning is very good. One thing that you guys know, you can't always plan for the uncertain or what's not going to work, right? So I'm going to give you a mantra at the end of this class because I want each one of you to take that and apply it. And then, tell me how much you've been able to find help from it. So Mercury retrograde is really good for this kind of thing, okay? And if there's a new project you want to start, then sit down and plan it out. This is the time to plan. For the next 5 days, plan. However, when it comes to relationships, don't do anything. Don't start dating anyone new. Don't break up with the person you're with. I just think it's a bad idea, and you will regret it at the end of Mercury retrograde. So that's what happens with most people. People get very emotional, and they almost start to act like not like themselves. So don't fall for it and just wait till it's done. Okay, so that's Mercury retrograde for you. And what you can do is you're going to work on your fifth chakra to clear out your energies for Mercury retrograde. So there's two things. You're going to do a visualization that helps clear your throat out. And for that, it's the blue color light. Now, if you do want the PDF breakdown, I'm giving it to people as a gift. You can put your name on the comment in the Energy Rockstars group and you will get an email. You'll get a copy of it. So you're going to clear your throat chakra out, okay, which is your fifth chakra for Mercury retrograde. So for the next 5 days, what I recommend is every morning before you wake up, visualize there is a blue light clearing your throat out. So all you have to do is lay in bed when you open your eyes, and then just visualize a blue light clearing your energy. So you can take a deep breath in and deep breath out. So we'll do a quick visualization for that. The second thing I want to bring up for you is you want to do an affirmation or a mantra for Mercury retrograde and for the vision boarding. So I'm going to make your lives easy. I'm going to give you one mantra, okay? So what we'll do is we're going to say the mantra and visualize a blue light coming to our throat. What that is going to do is clear out the energies from Mercury retrograde, okay? But it's also going to start preparing you to speak your truth in 2017. Because what we want to do is we want more of the good and less of the crazy in our lives. So 2017 is that year for all of us. I really, truly believe that. Okay, so this is what the mantra is. I'm going to type it in the group, in the chat, so you guys can see it. Okay, so all right, I'm going to repeat it for you guys. It's Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And this is the affirmation, okay? The affirmation is, I invite the force that removes all obstacles, seen and unseen. All right, I'm going to repeat it, and we're going to all do the visualization. So this is the mantra. The mantra is Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And then the affirmation is, I invite the force that removes all obstacles, seen and unseen. And what I'm going to do is show you guys the YouTube video. Let's see. Okay, share screen. Okay. Why isn't it? Okay. Well, it's not being cooperative, but I will give you guys let me give you the YouTube link so you guys can listen to it whenever you'd like. Okay, there we go. I was trying to share the screen with you guys, but it wasn't working. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna play it in the background for a few minutes, and I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna tell you guys how I'm going to do it. We're just doing it for about 30 seconds or so. So here it goes. Okay, so what I would like you to do now is just close your eyes if you're stationary. Okay, if you're not, that's completely fine. But I want you to really think of your throat. Think about the things that you're unable to communicate with others. Think about what it is that you would like to come to terms with and be able to speak your light and your love into this world, okay? That's the... Okay, so I'm going to just turn down a little bit. As the music is going on in the back, this is what we do every morning when you wake up. You just breathe in. Visualize the blue light coming into your throat as you say the words Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, all listening to it, and you breathe out. So take a deep breath in, visualize blue light going into your throat, and breathe it out. Take a deep breath in, visualize blue light, and breathe it out. Another deep breath in, blue light in, and breathe out anything that doesn't belong. Take another deep breath, blue light in, and deep breath out. And one last time, take a deep breath in, and visualize the blue light, and then visualize deep breath out, all the chaos. Okay, so that was one of the versions that you can definitely watch. Okay. So that's a very quick meditation. How many times do I do it? Honestly, telling you guys, if I'm having a difficult day talking to people that I don't want to talk to, or, you know, like say, for example, I actually had a stressful time with an issue that I was dealing with about maybe half an hour before I got into this class. So what I did was I did a visualization to clear out the energies that I didn't need, because I need this vision boarding as much as you guys. And why I say that is because for me, it's really important to come to terms with the fact that I don't want to be exactly where I was on 2016, December 31st. It ended up really nicely, don't get me wrong. I got a lot of results that I was happy about, but I want a bigger result on December 31st, 2017. I want to say, you know, one of the things that would be on my list here, okay, is very clearly saying that I was able to influence and impact so many more people around me. I was able to reach so many people with the knowledge of what energy work is. I was able to write my first book. I was able to, you know, it can be never ending. So I would take 5 things, because what I can do is then see, did I accomplish them next month? Because the more you build on that accomplishment, on that list that things are working for you, you will start to feel good about yourself. And nothing breeds success like confidence. The more you become confident, and how we do is, that's why we do baby steps. That's why I said 5 things, not 100 things, right? Because this vision board is specially to welcome Mercury retrograde ending and also the new year coming, okay? So that's kind of what I would recommend doing. Doing the vision board is really helpful. So just a quick reminder, you're going to be doing a mantra or an affirmation that I've written down for you guys, and you will be repeating that in the morning. How many times? I would say anywhere between 5 to 51 times would be a really good space. So I'm going to put that down, 5 times to 51 times. Okay. So the vision board itself is a idea that you can accomplish more. So now the fun thing that happens with vision boards, okay, this is the next step, is to just start adding things to it. So it's like almost like you take stuff out because you've accomplished it, then you start putting different things in. So my goal will be, I would love to do a vision board class next month, and then have you guys come and say, okay, I was able to put more, because then we get into the advanced principles of how do we make that happen. So today was very basic. It might feel a little overwhelming, so you will have the recording and you can watch it again. But basically, we are going to build on the principles that we talked about today, and that's how you start to see results. That's how I see results, and I see results every single day. It's really kind of magical when you work with the chakras and the energy work, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and see if anybody wants to ask questions. You can unmute yourself if you like, or you can type the question, because I know sometimes people get a little hesitant or shy. So please feel free to write a question that I can answer. I'm going to drink some water. Well, first of all, I want to tell you guys, like, I'm very grateful for each one of you showing up here just to get an idea how to do vision board, because a lot of times people don't understand how to work on a vision board. They don't know what to do. So it gets very confusing for them. So it's a really nice exercise, in my opinion, because it shows me where my fears are. So this is one thing I probably want to add. When you don't put down what you want, it means you don't even feel worthy of it. So notice that. Try that. I mean, if you put $1 billion, at some point in your energy, it can come through. But if you don't even feel worthy of getting $10,000, $1 billion is kind of a stretch. So you always want to keep getting closer and closer to your destination. That's why these things are so important. They're not meant to scare us. They're really meant to invite us into the vibration of love. Okay, so oh, sweet. Okay, so Romola said, I have a vision board that I started a year ago, but only put a few things and never went back to it. So Romola, you know what would be wonderful is if you can actually use this as a very active activity and put that on. I mean, I would love to do the next class, which I was planning on doing, is to go into the advanced principles. So what you guys got were very basic principles, and we just build on that. And that's the beauty of this kind of work. You really get to see a different thing. Romola, do you think in your vision board you were able to, do you think like it has changed, or do you think you want to put more things in it? I don't know if it's like around you. Okay, well, I'm waiting for, I need more things. Okay, cool. So then I would say, and Romola is actually, she's in the chakras. There's a chakra course that I'm teaching, and she's in that. I love that course because there's just basics of each chakra. So please make sure your name goes down in the comments so that I can email you guys the chakra blueprint, okay? Because that'll really help. I'm actually going to put down which chakras I want you to focus on. The second, third, and fifth chakras. Oh, those ones you want to work with. Okay. Okay, cool. Anyone else wants to say anything? Well, there was a good number of you guys. I'm really, really impressed and proud of each one of you, because I know it's not the most, like easy time because we're all in different Pacific time zone. Can you post the YouTube? Absolutely. Janelle, you're so welcome. Absolutely. Yes, I'll be posting the YouTube link in the Energy Rockstars group, so you will be able to watch this. There was a lot of information, you guys. I kept it very simple and short because I wanted to make sure it was digestible. So the other thing I want to tell you is that I will be doing readings at 7 o'clock. I'll probably stick around for a little bit just so that you guys have questions. At 7 o'clock or 7:10, let's just say 7:10, I'll be doing readings on Periscope. So over there, if you want to ask me any specific questions, you can definitely do that. We can definitely talk more about what's going on, that kind of thing. So let me see. Okay, so next week's class, let me tell you which one it's going to be. I'm super excited about that one. I'm actually, I like giving you guys this information because a lot of times most people don't have information. So I'm really happy that I can give you guys this information. Okay, so let's see. I believe next week is, okay, so next week is relationships and end of Mercury retrograde, because it is going to be something that people are going to be very interested in. And what do I mean by relationships is we're going into February, which is going to be, Valentine's Day. Everyone starts thinking about love. So what we're going to do is, if there's some new prospects that are coming into your life, or if there's a relationship that you need to kind of work or navigate through, we'll talk about that. So we're really going to talk about how to handle relationships and ending of Mercury retrograde to your advantage. So we will be doing, so that will be Mercury retrograde ends Sunday. So this class will be on Tuesday. So it'll be good 2 days after, and people should be feeling much better. So that class will be next Tuesday. You will get information on about it if you're on the newsletter, and then if you're in the Energy Rockstars group, okay? So it will be there. I'm super excited about that class because I feel like these are topics that you guys need help with, and I can talk to you about it. So just keep in mind that there are going to be classes every month, every once a week, basically. So I will be giving you a lot of information, but I have something very special in store for you guys. So next week you will be able to sign up for something that will keep you in the loop with the energy thing. Okay, so I'd love to share that with you. Does anyone have any other questions? I'm going to give you a special surprise today. I'm going to get a message from Kali because that is the goddess I work with. Okay, cool. So let me give you a message from Kali. And I'm going to just go ahead and close my eyes and see what she is. And this is for everybody that is on this class, okay? So each and every person that is on this class, this message is for you. So let's see what Kali has to say for us, okay? All right. So the next 3 days are going to feel stressful. And because they might feel stressful, do these things to make yourself feel better. One is spend some time in nature. So a lot of people are so busy they don't even have time to do that. I would say just go out in a garden or stand near a tree and hug the tree because that'll give you life force, okay? Because when we feel negative emotions, we're losing life force. I want you to just keep that in mind. I'll explain another time what it means. But it's like you're losing energy. So you want to reclaim energy. Then the second thing you want to do is drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, okay? Because that keeps the energy moving too. Third thing, do the mantra I asked you to do because you're going to need that if you're feeling impatient or stressed out in the next 3 days. Now, what does that mean? It just means it's like a weather forecast or a traffic forecast. So what you want to do is use this information to make your life easier. Not to justify being irritated, but when you understand it, you're kinder to yourself and you say, okay, I don't have to be so frustrated with myself. Does that make sense? So that's your direct message from Kali tonight. I'm really excited that I'm doing more of this because I love sharing what Kali has to say. And just a quick heads up for anybody who doesn't know what Kali is. Kali is the goddess of love, unconditional love, courage, and empowerment. So if you're looking for that in your life, she's a really fantastic goddess to work with. Okay, guys, does anyone have any questions for me? I will post this YouTube video for you on the Energy Rockstars group. And if anybody is interested in getting a reading, let me put my Periscope handle. Also, guys, my Periscope handle is good for you to have because every morning I am doing a guided meditation. So you guys can just tune in and have that in the background with me meditating and having the chant going on. It's really, really cool. I'm enjoying it. People are saying they feel very peaceful. So I am doing that every day. Okay, well, I have a very sweet and receptive crowd, it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick meditation to close it up. And then, guys, look out for the class next week. I have a very, very cool surprise for each one of you. I think you'll be very, very happy with it, okay? So look out for that. That information is going to be on there. And I will go ahead and do the meditation now. This was actually wonderful. We started exactly on time and almost ending on time. Okay, guys, so here it goes. Why we're closing up the energies is because this was a group interaction. We want to make sure we close up the energies so that it doesn't spill over as we go into our night. Since this talked about vision boarding, when you go back today after this class, sit down and write down the 5 things that you would like. So like me, if you're not very artistic, it works. You can just put 2017, and then you can make a road. This looks like a road in my case. And write down the 5 things that you would like to achieve. And what I would do is say January, 5 things. We move on to the next one, February. So at the end of 2017, you'll be where you exactly want to be. And then you want to focus on your first, second, third, and fifth chakra. Fifth chakra is throat chakra with the visualization that is blue in light, and the meditation chant is sitting in there, and you guys will be able to read that. It's Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And you're going to do that every morning, and I would actually invite you to do that every night. All right? So make sure to drink water and stay hydrated. Spend some time in nature. You need to receive energy, and then you want to do the mantra. All right, guys? So what I'm going to do now is close this up and trust that everybody was able to get a sense of why vision boards are important and how we can use that with Mercury retrograde ending. Okay? So here it goes. Visualize that you are near water. Call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Haniel and Archangel Ezekiel. Now, as these three forces are standing in front of you, take a deep breath in. As you take a deep breath, visualize these forces sending you love, light, and energy towards you. As you breathe out, your body starts to feel comfortable and lighter. Take another deep breath and visualize these three forces flooding your entire body with light. As you breathe out, your body starts to feel comfortable. In this moment, let everything that you've learned so far just settle into your vibration, integrate with it, and let it stay. Bring your focus to your base of your spine, your pelvic region, and your belly area, and your throat area. Now take a deep breath in and visualize these forces flooding all of those chakras and areas with light. As you breathe out, your body starts to feel comfortable. Okay, guys, so that is the vision board class where you learn how to use your energy in alignment with your wants and desires to manifest into reality. Now, next month, I will be doing the advanced principles of the vision boarding, but I would like you guys to put in 5 things that are going to actually be something you want to manifest, okay? And again, my name is Swata Iyer. I'm a chakra specialist and energy healer. And if you want more information, you can check out my website at www.swataiyer.com. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now.